What is up, my dudes? We've got the Corporate Esports Association Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. Today we've got Facebook, Mid or Newsfeed against Team Twitter. So I will be straightforward here for professional reasons. I do play on this Facebook team, so this cast may be a little bit biased, but I'm not playing in this game, so I don't exactly know what's going to happen in this game yet. I do know the outcome, but I don't know the details about the journey. So the Bounty Hunter ban coming out from Facebook. Yeah, Bounty Hunter's a pretty notorious hero right now. I also believe this game was played on patch 7.21c, so a bit of an older patch coming out, but may influence the bans a little bit. Team Twitter banning the Shadow Fiend, so a little bit of an odd ban, so maybe doing some research on what Facebook plays.
Only 10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
But we have been seeing Shadow Fiend re-emerge a little bit. He's back in the game thanks to the trend of mid laners buying Greaves and Atos. Obviously, Shadow Fiend doesn't build Atos, but he goes for the Greaves. This used to be pretty popular with Shadow Fiend maybe like 5 years ago, where you would go for a quick mech to help your team group up and push. But these days, there's a better item than mech. There's Greaves. It comes after the mech, and it's like it's a pretty busted item, to be honest. So yeah, I guess Shadow Fiend's really back in the scene, and Viper, the boy who made this meta happen of this this trend of mid laners just building Atos Greaves, mid one on Viper just showed that the Nether Toxin spellcasting build with Viper was the way to go with this hero, and got nerfed repeatedly since. Just he got reworked and then buffed to the point where he just became a little bit obnoxious. Viper also got nerfed again in 7.21d, but still a pretty strong hero in my opinion. It's just a few mana cost nerfs make it a bit harder in the early mid game. The Lifestealer ban and Sven ban from Facebook. So Lifestealer, pretty common ban, but Sven I haven't seen too much of. He was a pretty prominent position 4 after the rework to Warcry, but these days it feels like you can only play him as like a super hard carry who's gonna one-shot the enemy team with giant crits.
Only 10 seconds.
So a little bit odd that you would see Sven picked in the first phase. It's not safe like Lifestealer is, in the sense that Sven, if he has a really bad lane, he falls really far behind. Lifestealer does have the same problem, but it's a lot harder to beat a Lifestealer in lane than it is to beat Sven in lane. So it's probably why we see more Lifestealer than Sven. I mean, he's still a pretty good hero. He's just a little bit harder to make work. You really need to double down on the other 4 heroes creating space for Sven, and commit to his lane early on. You have to almost try lane sometimes. It does okay if the other support has a stun as well. There's a lot of kill potential there. Actually, a Zeus coming out for Team Twitter, so very odd ban from Team Twitter. It's pretty unlikely that people would ever pick Zeus as first pick. He has a lot of counters. He just feels pretty terrible to lane with sometimes. His attack animation is pretty garbage, so you have to use spells to the last hit, and then you run out of mana. And it's
10 seconds.
It's a bit challenging to play with Zeus sometimes. So it really needs to be a Zeus game to play Zeus. So usually you see him towards the end of the draft. Facebook going deep into reserve time. Actually, Team Twitter as well is pretty deep into reserve time, which is really thinking on these bans. Team Twitter suddenly changed captains. I don't know if I blinked and I missed it. I thought Havoc was the captain. So yeah, I mean, just really struggling with this draft right now.
Dire team are now picking.
Ruby out as a first pick from the side of Facebook. So it's pretty uncommon to see Rubik picked, to be honest. If you pick Rubik, it's probably in the 3rd position after the 2nd round of bans.
Radiant's turn to Royalist.
Just the main thing is, well, you dissuade them from picking heroes with good spells to steal, but Team Twitter went ahead, they picked the Dark Willow and the Doom, so lots of great spells to steal already. Anything from the neutral camps that Doom casts, like the Hurl Boulder, if he has that, the Net was pretty nice. Also the Doom is incredible to steal.
Only
And not
10
too hard to
seconds.
steal either, because there's not much that the Doom can use to follow up, right?
5 seconds. Hurry, hurry.
Doesn't turn. He has to like save his Scorched Earth after the Doom would be like the way to protect it. But usually you like have Scorched Earth on already before you cast Doom most of the time. Dark Willow, some pretty amazing spells to steal. They're all around pretty good. They're all also very long cooldown, so you can like cast them, get the full value, and then discard them for another spell. So another great benefit of Rubik. So already a pretty scary lane coming out from Team Twitter. Dark Willow and Doom just reeks of pain. The Bramble Maze, which got buffed recently, the cooldown went down from 38 seconds at level 1 to 25 at all levels. So
Radiant's ban.
it's just once per creep wave, right? And the Doom as well got reworked a little bit recently. That's why we've been seeing him a lot more. The regen got moved from Scorched Earth to Devour, so it doesn't feel too bad to level Devour anymore. Before, if you maxed out Devour, you would have to trade survivability, and that's like really not okay. But now you get to
Only
farm
10
and be
seconds.
survivable, so I think I like this change a lot to Doom. It
5
helps him
seconds remain.
get into the game a little bit more. Sometimes if you fall behind as Doom, you just feel kind of worthless, even though like your ultimate is really good. If your team is behind, then it just feels like there are too many good Doom targets, and you only have one Doom usually. So you gotta pick the right target, and it can be pretty
Dive
difficult. Tusk gonna come out from Facebook, so interesting laning combination
Radiant's
coming out
ban.
already, because Rubik normally seen as position 4. A lot of people feel like he does need farm to get online, but Tusk has a pretty dedicated position 4. A pretty decent amount of aggression already coming out from Facebook. I really like the combo where you know, you fire the ice shards and it blocks like this arc, and once they walk around, you get Rubik to lift them back into the
10
ice shards.
seconds to
That's a
pick.
pretty sick combo actually. Just pretty annoying
5
to get out of
seconds.
as
Hurry,
well.
hurry.
So I'm gonna want to see that combo go off. Actually, there's
Dire
Storm
team
there
are
from
now
the side
picking.
of Facebook, so I guess acknowledging that their support duo doesn't do very well against Storm. Obviously the telekinesis lasts forever, but this is going to be position 5 Rubik, unless it's a mid Rubik, but I highly doubt that. And it's kind of fallen off a little bit. It was a bit of a meme factor since they introduced Arcane Supremacy. But
Only
so
10
this Rubik's
seconds.
going to be position 5. He's not going to get a whole lot of levels.
5
and
seconds
the
remain.
long duration telekinesis that is like so memey about Rubik is only happens when Arcane Supremacy and telekinesis are maxed out together, so leading to that 3.4 second stun. But you know, you really want to max that Fade Bolt out first, get the most value out of the nuke, help you push out the waves. So not gonna see Rubik hit level 16 anytime soon. So the bans from Team Twitter, the Anti-Mage and the Husker. I feel like, yeah, Anti-Mage does pretty well against these two heroes right now. Largely immune to the Dark Willow ganks, I would say. Can just, actually, I feel like Dark Willow should do okay. It'd be pretty hard for her to catch him. She needs like a Yules at least to get any sort of Cursed Crown off, because otherwise Anti-Mage should just blink out. And Doom is pretty hard these days with the counter spell if your fingers are quick enough, but obviously you gotta have some good reaction speeds, so not the most intuitive counter.
Radiant team
The
are now
Husker ban
picking.
as well is a little bit hard. They picked Jakiro, so a lot of team fight coming out of the Dark Willow and Jakiro. Big AoE controls with the Ice Path and the Bramble Mazes, so it'd be really difficult for Facebook to take any fights. Of course, Rubik, one of the best counters to Jakiro. Jakiro's main issue is like his spells are really strong, but his cast time is fucking rubbish.
10
His
seconds
animations
to pick.
are so slow, and Rubik bypasses all of that when he steals a spell.
5
We're gonna see
seconds remain.
if Rubik can steal some high-level ice paths and make a huge impact in the team fight, because like ice path is definitely the best part of Jakiro right now. I feel like the other spells are a little bit underwhelming. They're good, but like for reference, I played Jakiro a lot. I've been spamming him. I spam him from like Ancient 4 to Divine 2. And I just feel like the Ice Path is so much better than the other spells. I've experimented with like Max Liquid the Fire, Max Dual Breath, but Ice Path is definitely the one to go. Brewmaster gonna get picked up by Facebook, so try to match that team fight a little bit. He can lift up the Doom to just make sure he's out of the fight, so that's pretty nice. But we might see like a Juggernaut come out
Hurry!
of Team Twitter. I think that would be a pretty strong pick.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, the Juggernaut comes out. I like this a lot. Just being able to not have to deal with Brewmaster's bullshit, the Drunken Brawler now, is pretty obnoxious. But Juggernaut, if the Brewmaster tries to challenge the Juggernaut, he'll just spin and kill the Brewmaster. So yeah, nice counter coming out from the Team Twitter. This Brewmaster's gonna have a pretty rough lane, even with this Tusk helping him out. Monkey King gonna come out for Team Facebook. So a bit of a flex pick. I like this a lot because well, actually, I'm not sure, because you're in this position, I think it would be better as the first pick. But Monkey King, a flexible hero, can go safe lane, can go mid. I feel like we've been seeing him more safe lane recently. Just getting that extra hero to help him out set up the Jingu stacks and the Boundless Strike. Also pretty good against the Doom as well. Doom will like be able to use Infernal Blade a lot, but Monkey King will be able to get up the stacks if Doom gets close, and then get that lifesteal, heal back up to full, the Boundless Strike. So pretty advantageous matchup for the Monkey King, but the Dark Willow is going to make his life pretty difficult as well. You can dodge the Shadow Realm at least with the Mischief if your timing's right. Invoker gonna come out from Team Twitter, so they're pretty convinced that this Monkey King is gonna be a safe lane, and I think that's gonna be the case as well. So Facebook gonna look to ban a mid, and probably gonna pick their mid next. Tinker ban on the side of Facebook, yeah, that makes sense. They don't really have much to deal with the Tinker right now, and Storm's already banned out, and they don't have the last pick either. So if this pick can't deal with Tinker, then Tinker would be a pretty free game for them.
Dire team pick.
Lena will come out from Team Facebook. So a bit of a snowbally hero, but we'll see how it goes. TA is still in the pool, so this Lena pick is a little bit risky, and a Queen of Pain comes out for Team Twitter. So I haven't watched this matchup too much recently, but I feel like Lena is a little bit favored just because she outrages the Queen of Pain a little bit. Queen of Pain, if she wants to go for the Lena, has to dive pretty deep for it. So maybe, I'm actually not too sure about this one. But overall, the drafts are pretty even. The Juggernaut will eventually out carry the Monkey King. Monkey King can only do so much by himself, and there's not much on the side. Like, sure, Lena can scale as well, but she's just a glass cannon, so if she gets called out, then she's gonna just die instantly, and that's gonna be the case for the entire game. The Juggernaut, on the other hand, later on, he's gonna become really hard to kill. Not many ways to deal with the Juggernaut right now. If Lena maybe goes for like a caster build and gets Ags, and maybe slice through that spell immunity a little bit. There's the Tusk as well to cancel TPs early on, but not going to be able to hold down the Juggernaut at least. But look at the spammers here. We've got a Monkey King spammer, a Rubik spammer, and a Brewmaster spammer. So hero spammers all on the side of Facebook. And so let's introduce the teams. We've got On side of Team Facebook, maybe plus CTY
The
on
game's
the Lina.
about to begin.
GH
Just
on the
try
Monkey
not
King,
to think
on
of
the real
failure
GH.
and all the
Unfortunately,
ways you
I
could
that.
lose and everything in yourself you feel weak and insecure
on the
about.
Rubik,
And you should be fine.
the Monson on the Brewmaster, and Rockhawk on the Tusk. So on the side of Team Twitter, we've got Lutz on the Doom,
Oh, I feel better
Not a
already.
Booster on the Queen of Pain, G820 on the Juggernaut, Havoc on the Jakiro, and Spider on the Dark Willow. So Dark Willow can be that really obnoxious level 1 rune hero. So maybe you see if she tries to be more aggressive with these buffed Bramble Mazes, just drop that Bramble Maze and try and scare the enemy team off from going for the Shrine. It's going to be a 4-man smoke up from the side of Facebook. So we'll see who they're looking for. There's already a Doom hiding in the trees, so the Doom is going to go in the safe lane. It's going to be the Juggernaut in the off lane. Going to go for an offensive tri lane. Looks about for the time being. Dark Willow can also just TP top afterwards. We see this a lot in pro matches. This 4-man smoke, not going to find anything. So pretty interesting lane configuration going on here. Doom will get spotted, but he's already under the tower, so be okay. It's going to be 2 for 2 bounty runes. The Bramble Maze is dropped, so a lot of mana wasted with the Dark Willow, but not going to be a big deal. She has 2 clarities. 2 for 2 bounty runes, nothing too crazy. Queen of Pain, able to block her creeps, whereas Lina is on the other side trying to find kills. Also skills Light Strike Array at level 1, so this is already pretty rough for the Lina. Gonna have to try and time that range creep kill with the Light Strike Array instead of the Dragon Slave obviously a lot easier to land. And I almost feel like this is the kind of matchup where you don't even want to level Light Strike Array to level. Get that 2 points to the Dragon Slave, 1 point to Fiery Soul, and just try and last hit out harass the Quap with your 670 range auto attacks. Tusk will get the kill on Doom, so a pretty easy kill coming out from the side of Facebook. The Telekinesis, tag team, and the Doom should die pretty easily. So nice kill coming out of Facebook, gets the first blood on the Tusk. There might be some early boots for him, he's almost got to them. Doom probably not going to fall for it again, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Doom being a lot more careful. This Brewmaster also going to get stacked a little bit against this offensive tri-lane. Brewmaster just needs to get levels and then he can make a huge impact. I feel like Doom, his ulti is good for getting like 1 kill, but really struggling in the team fights early on until he gets some items. Whereas the Brewmaster, as soon as he hits 6, he's like the king of the team fights for pretty much the rest of the game. Not many heroes that can out-team fight the Brewmaster, but he's stuck at level 1 and the creep wave is really far up here, so he's gonna struggle a lot more than the Doom, and the Doom can always go back to the jungle and he devours the Seder creep, or Tusk manages to kill it. Tusk, he saw the Seder creep and thought it was really important to kill it. Now this Doom will have this Unholy Aura, 5.5 health regen, which is like 2/3 of a tanko all the time. It's ridiculous. Two best supports from the side of Twitter going in for mid. Lina will dodge the Bramble Maze. Pretty decent stuff from the Lina. Let's open up the last hit. So mid lane pretty even. Carries are both pretty even as well. Doom probably got all his last hits from Devour, but he shouldn't be too afraid to lane anymore. He's got this Seder creep now, so actually, I guess not. There's a lot of hurt coming out of this lane. Gonna try and Infernal Blade the Rubik, but Rubik a little bit faster actually. Bot lane, Brewmaster getting pretty low, and he'll go down to the Juggernaut. So a nice kill from the Jug. Gets spot on, level 2 spin, and pretty nice power spike. See which Cure wants to go for this game. Yeah, this Doom just feels so hard to kill now. 880 HP with the 19.5 HP regen with the tanker. It just feels so unkillable.
Radiant's bottom tower is being
he's
attacked.
really struggling. Level 2 on the Brewmaster, level 3 on the Doom. Doom with the level 2 Devourer as well. The tag team will come out, there's an Ice Shard as well. So Doom will end up going down here. It's going to take him some time, and Tusk will get the kill again. Not giving it to the Monkey King, unfortunately. I feel like they really need this Monkey King to snowball. Lina is doing okay, I guess, so maybe relying on Lina as well to get the kills. But if they both do really well early on, you can just group up early and go for nice pushes. Get a pick off and then into a push. We'll probably see after the first nighttime ends and Facebook decides to start being more aggressive, because Monkey King, his vision really sucks at night, so he's not getting full advantage from the tree dance. But during the day, it's pretty sweet. I actually think this plus 300 range vision talent on level 10 is underrated. I just don't see anyone going for it, but it just seems so good. Tusk will get brambled up, but not much to stop him. I'm gonna go back to farming for now. Juggernaut probably the only one who's interested in getting kills right now. Whoever like comes up to challenge this Juggernaut is just gonna die now. He's level 4. This Brewmaster just hit level 3. And yeah, the Jug just doesn't care. He doesn't even put a point in healing ward. That's how fearless he feels. Just, there's nothing that this Brew could do that would require him to use a healing ward. So the 5-minute bounty runes will come up, and Doom is going to get one of the top ones. He's getting pretty low. He's going to stomp up and manages to run away. So Rubik going to have to challenge this Doom for the bounty rune, and the Doom will back out in this game of chicken. So 3-for-1 bounty runes going the way of Team Twitter. Nice start for Team Twitter already, but the gold is pretty even still. 1k, less than 1k gold advantage for Team Twitter, so it's still anyone's game. Very close. But I feel like if you're on the side of Facebook, you wanted it to be ahead early on. You picked this Monkey King who needs to snowball, and you also picked this Lina who needs to snowball. Quap sure needs to snowball a little bit, but they've got this Juggernaut to fall back on, who's already off to a flying start. He's not quite top of the net worth chart. The Monkey King's actually ahead. The 2 assists onto the Monkey King's name. Spin onto the Brewmaster. The Brewmaster will probably go down. One last hit from the Juggernaut, and he's got a salve, so doesn't even need to drop the healing ward to fully heal up. Pops the Fairy Fire as well. But rude. The Chikura will just TP out to see you later, nerds, and it's not much from the side of Team Facebook to hold them down. The Telekinesis has a 34-second cooldown early on, so no chance of getting a second one. Lina was nowhere nearby. Tusk is still level 2. It's going to be a really long time before he gets enough. He gets level 6 to get that Warriors Punch to cancel Jug's spin TPs. Until then, Jug has nothing to fear. If they come for him, he can just spin TP out, and there's nothing they can do about it. Really easy game for Jug. And like, on the other hand, this Monkey King is playing pretty aggressively, but I feel like if the Chikura and the Willow come up here, he could be in a lot of trouble. Another spin from the Juggernaut gets a kill on the Brewmaster, so pretty nice start. Picks up a Void Stone as well for that mana regen. Sustain in lane.
Middle tower is
I mean, like, what's stopping the Chikura and the Willow from coming up here? They just need to get one hit on the Monkey King so the tree dance gets cancelled. Interesting 2-1-2 build coming out of Monkey King. A lot of the times I see, Jug, he's dominating, dude. The Light Striker rate hits the Quap, but the Quap activates a Haste Rune, gets a drive-by Scream of Pain, and will just run away. Bottles up. She's got Sonic Wave, but it's going to be pretty hard to kill this Lina. Lina with 960 HP, a pretty decent bulk. It always feels good when
Radiant's bottom tower
Nukes one-shot the creeps. Dragon Slave one-shotting the creep. Lina will get the double damage rune. We'll see what she wants to do with this. And if she'll go for the Doom, maybe. It's going to be still pretty hard to kill the Quap, so probably not worth going for that. Brewmaster, level 4 against the level 6 Doom. The Doom can get active if he wants, can just Doom a target and then run at them with the Infernal Blade. But top lane at least, they're grouping up pretty heavily. Infernal Blade onto the Queen of Pain. I completely missed that, I was out of frame. But the Queen of Pain getting pretty low, but seems like he didn't activate the double damage for the first hit or two. And the Queen of Pain will end up getting away. It's not a booster apparently. Brewmaster level 5, he's on the crawl up. We'll see if they decide to give him the Tome of Knowledge instead of the Tusk. The Tusk also very under-leveled right now, only level 3, so he's having a pretty hard time. Rubik is also level 3, let's have a look at all the heroes. Jakiro, okay, I didn't realize Jakiro is also in the poverty land. He's only level 2, so he's almost level 3 though. We'll see if he puts the second point in Dual Breath. Omni Slash comes out onto the 2 heroes, but Brewmaster, he's pretty tanky. There'll be a spin from the Juggernaut afterwards. An Ice Shards, but the Juggernaut, he clips through the Ice Shards with some really weird polygon collision. And Jakiro will completely miss the Ice Breath, but I'm pretty sure this Tusk is still dead anyway. And Jug, he's unstoppable now. And this boy, he's on fire. 4,700 net worth, 9 minutes into the game, so almost 500 DPM. This early on to the game, doesn't even have a Battle Fury yet. 10-minute boundaries will come out. It looks like it's going to be all 4 for the side of Twitter. Nothing to stop this Doom in time. So 2k ahead now, and starting to get a pretty decent sized advantage. This mid lane is pretty much a draw overall, so both teams not getting what they expected. I would say they definitely want their mid to snowball a little bit, but it's pretty even. So
is being attacked.
Not too much there, but the difference between this Doom and this Brewmaster is humongous. Also between the Monkey King and the Jug, the Jug is almost 1k gold ahead of the Monkey King now. Monkey King gets Doom, but shrugs it off. There's not much damage. Level 1 Doom doesn't do that much damage. So now they can play really aggressively against this Doom, knowing that he can't do anything anymore. Dark Willow, go for an Atos, so following that trend where replacing Atos, Yules with Atos. The back-to-back routes as well is pretty cool.
You've been burned.
And Reds. We'll see what this Lina wants to go for. I feel like maybe plus C28 goes for the caster Lina build like far too often. Let's go for an Atos. So it's the new man's Yules gives her a little bit more survivability, so I don't mind that too much. The Doom will go down again, so pretty easy gank. The Snowball, the Telekinesis, and the Monkey King bound the strike. So nice easy kills there. Putting a lot of pressure on bot lane is the side of Team Twitter. Catapult wave is here, the Liquid Fire onto the tower as well. But oh, actually they lost the catapult. That's Facebook's catapult. So I feel like they may have misplayed a little bit there. Should have kept that catapult alive as long as possible.
Top tower is under siege.
But Jug, only a couple hundred gold away from his Battle Fury now. This Monkey King is going for a Battle Fury as well, but he's at least 1,000 gold away. So yeah, the Jug really far ahead right now. Another kill tag team from the Tusk. This Doom is probably going to go down right now. Gets lifted back in the shards, exactly as I expected. So this nice synergy from the Rubik and the Tusk coming out. I love it.
Radiant's bottom tower is being attacked.
Yeah, well, he got a pretty decent gold injection. Finally, GH managing to get the kill. He's got 3 assists to his names, but if they were all kills, maybe he'd be a bit closer to the Battle Fury now. He'd probably be at like 1,800 gold instead of 1,400. So, pretty unfortunate. But the Jug has the money for the Battle Fury now.
Have fortified their
He's going to see his farm accelerate pretty high, pretty fast. Tusk is still only level 4, so far away from this Warrior's Punch, and you still have nothing to deal with this Jug. If you just spin TPs out, there's like nothing they can do right now. Jakira and Willow moving for mid lane again. We'll see if they're able to land the Brambles this time, because they completely whiffed it last time with the Brambles. Trying to maybe go in a bit deeper, identifying that there's not a ward because they're standing within the tower range. That's pretty nice. Aggressive blink forward from the Queen of Pain. There's 3 heroes coming from the top though. The Brewmaster's here as well. The Guna Blade comes out onto the Queen of Pain, but the shards ends up putting her on the other side. She's gonna get snowballed on, but she's not gonna go down. She has a blink, so she'll be fine. The Jakira will go down on the side of the Radiant, and the Lina will go down on the side of the Dire River, and in pretty deep, and they don't end up getting the Queen of Pain, so trading the Jakiro for the Lina is a pretty huge trade for the side of Team Twitter. They get the Dark Willow as well, but I still think it's worth it for them. They traded 2 supports for the enemy mid, who needs to snowball. This Lina already, she's actually quite far ahead of the Queen of Pain in net worth, but it feels like she hasn't popped off yet. This Jug and the Monkey King are pretty far ahead. Monkey King almost caught up to the Juggernaut now. He's got money for the Battle Fury, so gonna send the courier to the secret shop and pick it up. And gonna go back to farming, and yeah, they're pretty much caught up in farm. So nice rotation from GH. Gets 2 kills on the supports of Team Twitter, and he's back in the game in terms of farm, matching the Juggernaut. Jug getting really low to the neutral creeps. Those Prowlers, they hurt so much. Doesn't want to waste his Omni Slash on the neutral creeps, unfortunately. Feel like it's probably worth it, honestly. You don't use Omni Slash that much after 30 odd. But it also probably feels bad. Alright, 15-minute bounty rune is going to be 2 for 2. So not too bad, unless Lina manages to get this one before Jakiro does. Jakiro will check it out. He's not going to go across the river. So it's going to be 3 for the side of Facebook. Nice recovery. 1k gold advantage for the side of Twitter. So Facebook, they've caught up a little bit. They were down by a lot, but that fight in mid apparently turned the tide significantly. Jug going to be forced to spin away. A nice 2-man Bramble going to just stop them from chasing the Jug. XP, a little bit of a back and forth as well. Team Twitter still favored to win. I guess it really believes in this Doom. You can just get the Doom on a critical target. If they Doom the Lina on the Monkey King, they just added the fight. I guess if the Monkey King is in the ulti, it's probably okay. Queen of Pain will just go down. The Boundless Strike comes out to secure the kill, but Lina just walked up and Light Strike arrayed her, and then she got chain CC to death. So that's the game of Dota sometimes. Light Striker ready to break the trees. Monkey King jumps forward, but it's nighttime and he didn't take the tree dance talent, so not going to be able to see very far. He's kind of blind, you don't see like this far forward. Doom going to show himself. The hero will block out the chase for wherever they're going. And Facebook, they really want this mid tower. It's pretty important they get it. It's quite low already. Brewmaster's coming in as well, so this is going to be a full 5-on-5 engagement. Queen of Pain, who's not anywhere close by, she TPs to the shrine. The Bramble Maze comes down now. Light Striker will miss everyone. Rubik hits the tower. There's only 1 creep left. Oh, there's 2 creeps left. This is getting pretty dicey. Monkey King gonna go in deep. They didn't see him jump onto the tree though, so he'll be okay for now. The Brewmaster's Sprint from long range. They're gonna go on the back line for the Jakiro. Tornado onto the Jakiro. The Willow will make it out. Zoom onto the Rubik, so Omni Slash for the front lines. The Rubik and the Tusk will end up getting them killed. The Lina as well caught out for the Juggernaut, so the spin onto the Jug. GH is ulti ran out. Actually left his lane. The Brewmaster ulti will run out, and GH will go down, and only the Brewmaster makes it out. So a complete disaster of a fight coming out from Team Facebook. A 1600 goal swing going the way of Twitter. They came in from the back line with the Brewmaster. They split really early to make sure that he wasn't going to get interrupted by like an Ice Path or or a Doom. I felt like it was really far behind, and then the first target they ran into was the Jakiro, and then they lifted him up and used the Monkey King ulti onto the solo Jakiro because the Willow managed the Shadow Realm and wasn't able to get stunned by the Pearl Boulder. So just running into the wrong targets off the bat for the Brewmaster and the Monkey King. Meanwhile, the front line, the Tusk, Rubik, and Lina, they're all pretty squishy heroes, and they get caught out by the Doom. The Lina gets doomed. The Rubik gets doomed, so you can't steal it. And
Dire's
then
middle tower
Juggernaut
has
just walked
fallen.
in and Omni slashes both of them. The snowball wasn't there to save anyone, unfortunately. So
Invisibility.
bit of a misplay from the Tusk, I think. Maybe he could have absorbed the Omni Strike with the snowball if he... I didn't see that part of the fight. I was focused on the backline a bit too much, which probably the Monkey King and the Brewmaster were as well. And a nice two-man Bramble again, but no follow-up from the side of Team Twitter. Just the solo Dark Willow. And Jug pulling ahead again, 1.5k gold ahead of the Monkey King. Got a Blink Dagger, so you can use his Blink during an Omni Slash to kill one target and immediately blink to the next target, or alternatively just blink Omni Slash as his initiation. So a lot of options for the Juggernaut coming out now. Gotta go for a Manta style as well. Makes a lot of sense. You want to be able to just actually, does it really help him? You could probably Manta dodge a Yule's combo, but I feel like you can just spam Blade's Fury out of that anyway. Manta probably not the best, like, yeah, I mean, it's a good item for Jug, but the Dispel feels like most of the reason why you buy it. You don't buy it for the damage, you buy it for the utility. And, losing a bit of utility in this game because there's nothing specific to Dispel. But yeah, it's still a good item on Jug. It's not a, you can't go wrong with Manta Star. It's just like, there might be something a little bit better. The double crown on the Dark Willow gives her a pretty decent chunk of beef. 1k life. Not that much to scoff at. The Laguna Blade only does 650. It's not the Lion Finger of Death. Light Strike away onto the Dark Willow, but she'll scare them off from the bounty. And gonna be... yeah. Oh, split from the Brewmaster. The shots come out, do block the Doom. And he'll go down. Nice shot from the Tusk. The Wind Panda walking forward, but isn't going to find anyone, going to time out. So only one kill on the Doom, traded it for the Split. The Split is down for a very long time. So
double damage.
Facebook, they're going to be a little bit careful for the next few minutes. Lina, gonna go for the Shadow Blade build. I prefer this one a lot. I just feel like the caster one doesn't scale very well. They're gonna need to right click the Jug down. I don't feel like going for an axe is gonna help her very much. The Laguna Blade doesn't do that much damage. It's 950 850 pure damage, right? It's like Jug. It's 2/3 of Jug's life pool, I guess. But later on, once he gets the Meta Star, once he gets a Skadi, maybe. Or some other beefy item, it's just not gonna be that much. 850 damage just isn't gonna cut it. But Nina, she changes her mind. She's gonna go for an Aether Lens. So gonna go for that caster build. I don't think this is the right idea this game. They just probably need to punch down the Juggernaut during the Blade Fury, and only the Monkey King can do that now. It's gonna go for a Diffusal Blade, so that's pretty nice, a little bit of extra catch. Also, Diffusal Blade is pretty nice against Jug, because Jug can be a bit mana dependent. His base mana is pretty low. Omni Slash costs a lot of mana. You want to spam these like Blade Furies as much as possible. Yules onto the Queen of Pain. The Boundless Strike and the Light Strike Array will come out. The Queen of Pain will use herself and then blink out, so she's out. And the Rubik gets the turnaround kill. Just blocking the path. You shall not pass. Queen of Pain and kills her with a Fate Bolt. So a nice injection of gold for the Rubik. Feeling pretty poor right now, but so is the Jakiro. But Jakiro, I feel like, can have a lot easier impact with less items than the Rubik. But going for the Max Liquid Fire build first, so it's pretty cool because the 300 attack range talent, Ice Path, was about to come out, but didn't want to use it so Rubik could steal it. So we'll end up stealing the Ice Path, the Dual Breath from the Rubik, gets the Dual Breath onto the Dark Willow, so she will eventually tip out to this, gets Signet Root as well. The Brew Split will come out to kill the Dark Willow, but unable to get the Tornado on the Doom as a follow-up to kill. So feels like a bit of a wasted split here. There's backdoor protection, so the Demolish on the Earth Panda not going to be that effective. A bit questionable from the Brewmaster. Ice Shards will scout out the Juggernaut. Let's go for a Basher next. Not going to finish his Manta Style. Yeah, I think he just thinks he probably doesn't need to dispel this game. So, Basher going to help them secure kills faster. And there's still not that much to deal with this Juggernaut. There's only the Warrior's Punch and stuff during Blade Fury. Blink, Omni Slash onto the Rubik. He'll go down. Godlike Scream on the Juggernaut. It's really hard to get this Light Strike Array combo. So, not going to go for it. Jug will just spin out. You have to get that pretty much tick perfect, so just generally not that reliable. Ags next on the Lina, so looking to get that BKB piercing Laguna Blade. Lucky King almost done with his Diffusal Blade. We'll see if he wants to save up for buyback.
Sure are loving those invulnerable towers.
Not right now. It's a little bit earlier, I think.
Dire's
But at the
bottom
same time,
tower
Dire pushes really fast with this Jakiro almost with max liquid fire as well to help his
Radiant's
team.
middle tower has been denied, bastards.
Probably feel like the Willow offers enough knockdown. They've also been winning the fights without him, so guess feeling like just split pushing is the way to go with the liquid fire. A bunch of pings come out, so may see the Juggernaut. Not really sure how, not seeing any observer ones there. So Facebook, their map is not too bad. Decent vision from both teams. Willow only a recipe away from the Atos though, so 200 gold away, and then she'll have her own way to set up solo kills. This Bedlam, but you do need level 2 Bedlam before you can get solo kills. The level 1 damage got nerfed pretty hard, and level 3 is still the same, I believe, as when she was first introduced to the game. Something similar, it's close. But it's gonna be 2 for 2 bounty runes. Nothing too crazy. Monkey King with the Diffusal Blade reveal gets a kill on Jakiro, so pretty nice stuff. This Diffusal Blade already doing work. And it's got these Jigyu stacks to farm the wave with as well. So that feels pretty good. This Jakiro is going to be very careful now. Ooh, hopefully we see the the BKB come out next from the Monkey King. It's going to really need it against this Willow, against the Jakiro as well. Top lane, the Rate of Pain pretty low. Double damage popped, and the 2-man Omni Slash. The Snowball will cancel the Omni Slash though. But can they get out of here? The Sonic Wave onto 2 heroes. The split comes out mid pushback from the Sonic Wave, but the Doom will finish off the Tusk with the Infernal Blade. The Brewmaster, his Earth Panda is on a run. It's gonna run out in 4 seconds, but can he blink out afterwards? 1 second, and he'll get the nice Blade Fury from the Juggernaut to prevent him from blinking out. He wouldn't have to blink in like a sort of frame perfect way, or a tick perfect, as the Dota fans call it.
Dire's bottom tower
The hardcore Dota fans.
Dire's
We're gonna see both teams trade towers.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Lina doesn't push that fast, so
Dire's
she's going for this
bottom tower
caster
is
build.
being attacked.
So it's gonna take some time for them to take this tower. Meanwhile, the Jug, he's a beast right now. Going for an Abyssal Blade, he hits the tower so hard. And the Liquid Fire as well. Jakiro, not quite level 8 yet, but once we see that level 4 Liquid Fire is just going to be non-stop now. Blink forward from the Doom, gets the Devour on the chicken. It's got a Shiva's Guard now, so it's going to be pretty hard to take down. 23 armor.
Dire's bottom tower is
And Facebook gonna trade again. Looks like they want to defend this though. I'm not really sure how they're gonna be able to do it. The tower's already very low, but all 5 heroes are there. Yule's onto the Juggernaut, but he just Blade Fury out of there. And Ice Path stops the Brewmaster from being able to split. He's gonna get Cursed Crowned, so it's gonna be fine. The Doom getting pretty low. Nice Boundless Strike onto 2 heroes. The Tusk is going to go down inside the Necropire. The Rubik as well getting pretty low. Jug just going to spin forward, takes out the Rubik, and the Rubik is going to get away, but will end up going down. Doom blinks forward with the Infernal Blade. And Doom's going to go down. So 3 heroes down on the side of Team Twitter.
Double kill.
GH will get the fuck, I'm just completely blanking out here. Willow as well. There's no Warriors Punch to cancel the Jug TP though, so a pretty chaotic fight. 2 buybacks from the side of Team Facebook. They managed to get a gold advantage afterwards anyway, so pretty seems like it's very worth it for them. They're gonna get into Roche now. It's gonna take them a really long time to take this. They don't have any way to speed it up, no minus armor, so it's gonna take some time. They've got the tag team to help them a little bit. Brewmaster with the Vlads as well to make it a little bit easier. Not really sure if using Primal Spring is gonna speed this up. Slow, pretty slow move speed. Lena's here now as well. They're probably gonna give this to the Monkey King, but a nice moves from Facebook all around, knowing to use their buybacks to turn around that fight, and they're grabbing the Roche immediately afterwards. No hesitation there. Not going to the jungle or anything. Very disciplined. And a less than 1k gold lead for Facebook. So they were struggling a lot early on. They came back a little bit and started struggling again. And now they've almost tied it up. The XP in their advantage. And the win rate also coming back up. So nice plays from Facebook. The Ag's now done on Lena. So maybe look to see if they can assassinate the Jug. He's got a double damage rune though. And Abyssal Blade as well. And Groot, he's gonna get pretty low. He's gonna be forced to split. He gets bashed before he can split though. The Monkey King ult will come out. The Doom is stuck in it, but it's gonna be really hard for him to get up. GH takes a lot of the Omni Slash. Jug is completely out of mana though, and they finally get the Jug a triple kill for the Monkey King, and he ended the Beyond Godlike streak for Juggernaut. So now he's ahead in net worth from the Juggernaut. He won't be able to spot out the Quap because he didn't take that level 10 talent, but a nice turnaround from Team Facebook. This Monkey King ult doing so much work, and the Juggernaut Omni Slash was just tanked up by this Monkey King who's plus 24 armor during the Wukong command.
Worthy tribute.
Brewmaster, he got bashed right before he got his split off. GH going pretty deep with this Doom, and the Doom, he's probably gonna go down. The Jakira's here now as well. The Boundless Strike onto both heroes, and they're gonna both go down. So Jakira will just TP directly into his death, and that feels pretty terrible. And now they're gonna push mid. They've got the catapult wave, so we'll make this push a little bit easier. Doom also died without getting his Midas off, so that's definitely feels bad. Someone's gonna have to take the creep, the tower a little bit for the siege creeps.
Radiant has lost their top
GH not doing his civic duty and taking the tower. Now he gets down, but one of the catapults goes down. They should be able to get this tower anyway. Queen of Pain, she's going for an Orchid next, has the money for it if she wants to buy it, but probably saving for buyback. Dark Willow gets lifted up for a billion years. Rubik now level 15, so pretty close to that ridiculous lift duration. Finally, some desperately needed lockdown because Lena hasn't been hitting the best light striker rays that I've seen this game.
Middle tower is being attacked.
And the Tusk is like pseudo lockdown, it doesn't hold them down forever. Doom, he just TP'd back in, now he's gonna go down again. But his team is here to help him this time. Shakiro gets a nice ice path. Juggernaut flicks in, gets a bash onto the Monkey King, gets the Abyssal Blade as well. The Rubik will take out the Doom. Nice snowball to get the Monkey King out of the way. And a Bramble Maze stop the Juggernaut from going down. The Doom goes off onto the Monkey King before he goes down. The Aegis is popped by the Omni Slash, but the Brewmaster goes down during the split thanks to the Omni Slash. Monkey King gonna go for the Dark Willow now, and she's gonna go down. So GH, you know, he's owning pretty hard, but his team is paying for it. It's like not the cleanest fights. Also not the fastest pusher, so we'll see if they're able to do this. Shakira's up in 6 seconds and offers a lot of deep push, so they're probably gonna have to back off on the side of Facebook. They don't have Aegis anymore, so this fight might be really hard if they decide to go for it. Gonna be fighting 3v5, 3v3 right now, but Doom is also almost up. Yeah, so GH is back up. Blink Abyssal Blade onto the Monkey King, the Ice Path to stop the Boundless Strike. And Monkey King forced to BKB, the Wukong command completely wasted. Jug will be able to walk away with the healing ward as well, so Facebook, they have to retreat now. And Doom, he blinks forward aggressively, gets the Shiva's Guard onto the Rubik. Queen of Pain manages to get the Shadow Strike onto the Lina to slow her down, and she's gonna go down as well. A Sonic Wave for good measure, just to get that kill, the revenge on Lina, who's actually been trouncing her pretty hard until now. The Orchid now done for the Queen of Pain. Monkey King going for the Abyssal Blade now. They so desperately need this. Just a way to control this Juggernaut. Like, they still don't have it. There's going to be a pretty big pickup. We'll see if he decides to save for buyback. I do think this is definitely a phase of the game where buyback is super critical. Especially with the side of Twitter knocking on their front door. They know that Wukong Command is down for a long time, and that's really their main team fight right now. Tusk's gonna try and block out the creeps, but the creep is already disabled backdoor protection, so not gonna work out. Unfortunately, the play is not that good.
Structures are fortified.
But good effort for trying.
Middle tower is being attacked.
Jakiro can just siege the low ground with the liquid fire now. He took the spell amplification. I don't know about this one. The liquid fire and attack range has so much utility. Just being able to hit the towers from the low ground out of range of the towers is such a huge boost to Jakiro's utility. And his team doesn't need any more damage, right? He already does a shit ton of damage with just the Juggernaut and the Queen of Pain. So Jakiro, the 8% spell amp, probably not going to be that effective. Ghost Scepter done on the Tusk now, so trying to tank some Omni Slash hits with the Ghost Scepter. I like this a lot, just this cheap survivability item against the Juggernaut. And they don't have much to deal with the Ghost Scepter. There's the Queen of Pain with the bonus damage from the Scream of Pain. The Sonic Wave is pure damage, so it doesn't actually deal bonus damage to ethereal units. Gonna be 3 bounty runes going the way of Team Twitter, so this game is still neck and neck. Been pretty back and forth. Monkey King. Is he going to pick up his Abyssal Blade? Probably feeling that's pretty important. He's also got level 25, so going for that plus 100 armor Wukong Command. Trying to tank through that Omni Slash a bit more. This is probably the first time I've ever seen a Monkey King pick this up, actually. But pretty appropriate for the current game. If you're looking to win the Roche fight, you don't need the extra ring. If you're looking to push high ground, you probably need it. So, probably going to stake their bets on this next Roche fight and being able to take it and then get objectives afterwards is the side of Facebook. Lina, only level 20, so falling a little bit behind in levels. Queen of Pain is level 22. But the spell amp as well on Lina will boost this Laguna Blade to deal 1069 damage. Is not too bad. But it's only half this Jug's life pool. Jug has a full butterfly now, and there's no MKB anywhere anytime soon on the side of Facebook. So this Jug gonna be even harder to kill now. Monkey King jumps on ahead, has that tree dance cast talent. The Rubik just gets taken out. The Sonic Wave comes out though, so a big ulti for the Queen of Pain, not ready. Doom will get taken out by the Monkey King, and the Jakiro will go down as well. So 2 down. The side of Twitter. They do have buybacks though, so Facebook probably looking to force those buybacks by going to knock on the front door of Twitter's base. They can also go for the shrines and the tower, so it looks like they're going to go for that. Going to try and make that next Roche fight a little bit easier, prevent the TPs back in with the buybacks. Are we looking for buybacks actually? Everyone except the Jug. No, so most heroes have buybacks. The Jug finished his full butterfly. He's probably not dying anytime soon, to be honest. So feeling very confident. He's pretty close to buyback again. 270 gold away. The Queen of Pain bought her BKB, so also doesn't have buyback, but a nice survivability item will keep her alive. So probably thinking that the BKB is more important than buyback. I would say that's fair enough. Nina just spent all of her gold, so gonna buy a Linken's actually, and trying to prevent the Doom from going off. Maybe using the Linken's on the Monkey King to help defend him during the Wukong command. He has to expose himself, so the Doom can easily doom him. But maybe using the Linken's to make it a bit easier. I've actually been seeing Lotus Orb in preference of Linken's, just because there are ways to break the Linken's. There's the Cursed Crown, the Shadow Strike, the Orchid, and Yule's. Doom has the whole boulder as well, so a lot of ways to break Lincolns. We've been seeing Lotus Ord more often. Double damage on the Monkey King. So this is going to be pretty huge. The long duration lift against the Juggernaut. He gets Boris punched out. But is he going to make it out? The nice 4-man feed onto foot from the Dark Willow. The Omni Slash comes out afterwards, and a complete disaster for Facebook. This Dark Willow just completely wrecked them.
I do suffer, fools.
No BKBs on the side of Facebook. The Monkey King didn't get a chance to get his BKB off instantly with the Omni Slash onto the 4 heroes, getting 2 kills instantly on the supports of Team Facebook. No opportunity for the Tusk to snowball them out. A great play by this Dark Willow.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
And they're gonna go for the high ground. Lina bought out a Lincoln's and it didn't do anything last fight. And the Monkey King bought out an Abyssal Blade and that didn't do anything in the last fight. So they're in a lot of trouble.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And Tusk will roll into his death and he also doesn't have buyback.
Has been initiated.
Master just watching from the sides. He doesn't have split, so he can't do anything for another minute anyway.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
We'll see how many Raxes that Twitter decides to go for. They can definitely get at least one more.
Radiant's middle barracks.
They can at least get this tower, and even Lina won't be enough to stop 5 heroes on the side of Team Twitter. So going to be 2 Raxes going the way of Team Twitter. A pretty big gold swing going their way, and look at all these red dots.
Radiant's top barracks are full.
Flick forward from the Queen of Pain. The Doom will get lifted, and the Laguna Blade comes out onto the Juggernaut, but all these Lina hits, they hit for nothing, and they also got dodged by the evasion of the Butterfly for the most part from the Juggernaut. Finally, going back for his mentor. He's got 6k gold. This boy is so rich. The Monkey King is doing pretty well to keep up, but it just seems like Juggernaut, his impact in the team fight is so much easier to have. You just use that Omni Slash, it bounces between heroes. Monkey King, you gotta have the hero stay within the ulti. The Juggernaut doesn't care, he can just spin out. The Queen of Pain can just blink out. And Willow and Jakira positioning themselves really well to just stay in the back line. And also, if they're like, if Monkey King is using his ultimate on the supports, they've already won the fight. We saw that fight earlier up here, where Monkey King just used his ulti on the Jakiro, and then they lost the fight completely afterwards, as they had no follow-up damage. GH is a majority of their damage right now, because Lina didn't go for a right-click build, so she's just got the Laguna Blade, and that's it. Going for an Octarine Corso, really doubling down. At this point, it is too late to change, so I guess not many options from the Lina. And Roche is up, Big Boss is up. Flick forward from the Brewmaster. Doesn't seem... They know they're there, they might have observed when the Ice Path comes out. This is both heroes, but now aware that Twitter is there. And we're gonna see a fight throughout. Doom flicks forward for the Shiva's Guard. Another Dark Willow ulti comes out. The Sonic Wave into the pit. The Omni Slash onto the Tusk. The Tusk will manage to snowball before he dies though. And snowball onto the Doom. The Doom gets killed by the Laguna Blade instantly. And the supports on the side of Team Facebook are down. The course is still up. The split is about to end. So, going to see a disengage from Facebook. And Team Twitter, they can just go back into the pit. There's nothing to kill this Jug anymore. He's queued up a Moon Shard because he just wants more damage at this point. He hasn't been challenged all game long. Still only 1 death. And Facebook, they have to go back and defend. The creeps are knocking on their front door. And it's the advantage of having both Raxes up. Jug, he can just walk into the pit right now. The 2 supports from the side of Facebook are still down. Rubik probably doesn't want to buy back right now without the Tusk. The Tusk doesn't have buyback at all. They're not wanting to take a 4v5 fight, so might as well just not even bother. Jug blinks into the Roche pit. It's time to go. Akiro helping out as much as he can, just slowing him down with a liquid fire. And Jug, he backs out. Jakiro took the arcane rune, so really spam those liquid fires and ice paths to slow down the Roche. But Jug can also solo. He should probably stay out of the pit to make sure he doesn't get caught by anything. There's not There's still not much like AoE teamfight. There's no like ravages or black holes or anything.
Invisibility.
So really, there's not much that the team of Twitter needs to worry about. Just this Brewmaster, he's been getting pretty decent splits off. Gonna go for an Ags next. Not really sure what this is gonna achieve. We don't really see this item on Brewmaster anymore, but honestly, he's got the flash now. There's not many more items he needs to go for. It's just kind of one of the problems with Brewmaster. He doesn't use his items because you're always in the split form when you're in the team fights. Queen of Pain, got an Orchid and a Nullifier now, so another Doom on the team, on the side of Team Facebook. Obviously this one only lasts 5 seconds, so not as crazy as this Doom. And Doom has an Axe now. He's looking to make these Dooms last forever. And I mean, if he can get the Doom onto the Monkey King, he probably wants to stay in the Wukong to man, even if he gets Doom. So this Doom gonna be pretty effective with the Axe. Pretty creative thinking from the Doom. This Willow been putting on quite the show with these terrorizers. And Nina is really the only deep push. They've got the Dragon Slave and Fade Bolt, so they definitely push out the wave with it. Yeah, we'll take out the creep wave, but top and mid are pushing in, so they're gonna have to split up to deal with this, and it gives Team Twitter an opportunity to try and get some more tower damage. I mean, how are they gonna kill this Jug? He can just go for a spin. And, there's the Abyssal Blade now and the Walrus Punch, but you gotta get up close for that. This Jug attacks so fast. Boundless Strike will come out. Walrus Punch onto the Jug, but no follow-up. Shadow Realm from the Rubik will come out. Brewmaster jumps forward, gets the clap. The Telekinesis will hold Juggernaut long enough that he'll get low, but he's got a Blade Fury as soon as he comes up, so he doesn't need to use it. The Guna Blade will come out onto the Juggernaut, but the Juggernaut, he's just gonna walk it off. He's got a Healing Ward now, so we'll heal up back to full. The Stolen Doom onto the Queen of Pain will manage to finish her off. Is she gonna get denied by her teammates? Doesn't end up getting denied by her teammates. The Brewmaster will take her out with a Thunderclap before he goes down. So Brewmaster for the Queen of Pain. The Brewmaster has buyback, so a nice hold from the side of Facebook, able to defend their final racks. Managed to take out the Juggernaut without even needing the Guna Blade on the first life. So it's going to be pretty hard for them to do that again. They can just go again. They can kill the Juggernaut like that again. All their spells are pretty low cooldown. The Stolen Doom onto the Queen of Pain. Some big plays coming out of the Rubik. All 4 bounty runes going the way of Team Twitter. At this point, this 18k gold lead, it seems substantial, but it's usually about the initiation at this point. But honestly, it still feels so difficult for Facebook to take these fights. How are they going to hold everyone in place long enough, or they disable a single target, bar a multi-person light strike array, maybe a multi-man telekinesis throw? But that's really hard to land because they're lifted up for so long that you know, it's going to be hard. He did take the telekinesis land distance, so it's going to be a little bit easier to get a follow-up stun with the telekinesis landing. Whereas, I mean, the side of Twitter, their supports offer so much more in terms of team fight. The ice path, we haven't really seen any like key ice paths. But generally just zoning out the fight, splitting the fight in half by just blocking passage from one side of the fight to the other. And then this Terrorize, just it went so big, she got a 4-man Terrorize, and then the Jug just only slashed and killed everyone. That was so huge. Probably see this minus Dragon Slave cooldown come out on the Lina, but she's still pretty far away from it. It'll help them with the D push a lot though. Only 2-second cooldown on the Dragon Slave, it's pretty sick. Brewmaster, he just feels so far away from level 25. He really needs this primal split talent. Like he is just a split now. which sort of makes sense why he went for an Axe. It buffs up the split, but I feel like, yeah, he could have gone for an AC first and had a little bit more impact. The Earth Panda does keep the auras from Brewmaster, so it does benefit the Brew split some way. Monkey King part finally coming out on the Monkey King, but he's gonna want to save for buyback. It's that point of the game, so it's gonna be a long time before we see it, unless he decides to buy it. He's like about 500 gold away, but it's gonna be super risky if he goes for it. You really want to save buyback against Doom, because the best way to counter Doom is just to buy back after he dooms you, and now he doesn't have Doom. So a smoke out from Facebook. They're gonna spot the Doom straight away. Blink forward, and it gets Rubik. Still has the stolen Doom. Gonna get it on the Doom. So this Doom gonna be out of the fight, and he gets taken out pretty easy. So nice steal for the Rubik still. A blink forward from the Brewmaster. He uses the split prematurely, but the Willow, she just force staffs her way over the cliff and getting pretty deep. Uses a Shadow Realm to make sure she can't get cycloned, but now she can. Is she gonna get cycloned? But man, they're in really deep. The Earth Panda is just gonna run away now. So pretty nice pick off on the Doom. The Rubik won't be able to get another Doom off unless he steals it again. Unfortunately, his spell steal gotta run out soon. But already got value. He got the Rubik and he got the Queen of Pain and the Doom with that one stolen Doom. So big plays from the Rubik. Doesn't even have a Blink Dagger yet, so just achieving this one, mostly a Force Staff alone. So great positioning from the Rubik so far. Octarine Court now done on Lena, so once we see this level 25 on Lena, this Dragon Slave, only going to have a 1.5 second cooldown. We're going to expect the Peels coming out of her. The Peels are all Dragon Slaves. Going to be 4 bounty runes going the way of Team Twitter. They're really important at this late in the game. They give so much gold. But Monkey King not doing his civic duty for his team, and will manage to get at least one, I think. No, he doesn't decide to go for it. So Monkey King playing a little bit selfishly. They spot the Queen of Pain, but can they kill her? Dragon Slave will come out and scare her off. Monkey King, first hit bash onto the Queen of Pain. The Yules will come out onto the Queen of Pain. Can they let this Light Strike away? No, she misses the Light Strike away and the Queen of Pain gets away. Didn't even need to use her BKB. Oh, that's huge. They really needed that kill. And they really needed to get that kill and force her buyback with that next Roche fight. Roche is spawning in 10 seconds. Facebook, they're gonna check. Caesar's not there yet, so a little bit unfortunate. It's up in 3 seconds. Use the Ice Shards to scout safely. Tusk sees that the bounty rune is still there. It's like, oh, I can't believe this is still there. They got so much gold for that. Queen of Pain manages to back away before the Primal Spring comes out. You can hear it, so it's pretty easy to dodge with the Queen of Pain actually. Juggernaut, he's looking for to fight. He's pretty jacked up. He's got a Moon Shard finish. He's pretty much 6 slotted. He probably replaced the Manta Star with something a little bit more damage oriented. But as it stands, he's not getting much stronger than he currently is. But he is plenty strong enough. This boy has the DPS of a god. Look at that. He just instantly cleared the creep wave. Less than a second. And Twitter, they're gonna see that Roche is up. Oh no. Facebook, they were so vigilant to try and check the Roche earlier, and then it was just off by 4 seconds. Shakira will pick up the Arcane Rune to help out the Juggernaut a little bit. Dual Breath, Liquid Fire, Ice Path. This Roche does hit pretty hard right now. 283 gold. A long distance split from the Brew. He's been using it very conservatively from far away to make sure he doesn't get orchided by the Queen of Pain. I actually like this a lot. Using the Wind Panda to scout a little bit, but Twitter, they've completely backed out now. This is such a sick game. It's balancing on the nice edge. This next Roche is going to be the Ageless Cheese and Refresher, so it's going to be big stuff coming out from both teams. If whoever gets it, the double Doom or the double Laguna Blade, I think would be the case. This double Laguna Blade should be able to instantly kill the Juggernaut. So this is what they've been building up to all game long. Maybe we'll see Lena go for a Kaya. but Juggernaut, he's in. The Roche is getting really low, and everyone from the side of Facebook is way too far to contest, so they're gonna get this Roche for free. Oh no, there's going to be a double Doom coming out. The Doom has a refresher as well, so he's going to get a triple Doom after the next fight. And Facebook, they're in so much trouble. I don't know how they can possibly hold this next push. Only one Rax left for the side of Twitter to take, and then Facebook, they're not going to be that great at taking out Mega Creeps. The Monkey King is going to do okay, maybe if this Lena picks up a Maelstrom, but I'm not too sure about everyone else. Everyone else is going to have a pretty rough time against Mega Creeps. This Juggernaut, he's so stacked, 40,000 net worth. We're 53 minutes into the game. This has probably been one of the most intense games I've seen in this league so far. And Juggernaut, the illusions will go forward, might not get the tower. The illusions have gotten nerfed a lot against towers, but Jakiro, he can grab it with a liquid fire from the low ground if he wants to. Lena gets a kill on the Queen of Pain. Where did the Queen of Pain even die? What was she doing on the back lines? Oh, I guess she just like walked in from mid. Aggressive blink forward from the Tusk. A Spirit Vessel onto the Doom. Pretty important stuff. An Ice Path will block the chase from the Tusk. Brew blinks in aggressively. Gets the split off. Gonna buy a lot of space in the back line. Monkey King gets doomed. So that's the first Doom down. There's still 2 more Dooms. So Monkey King will go down. Snowball will buy him a little bit of time, but he's going to go down afterwards because of the Ag Scepter on the Doom. Doom going to look to refresh it. Then Omni Slash onto the Lena and the Ruby will take them out with the back lines. Tusk all alone by himself on the front. The Brewmaster in a lot of trouble, gets orchided up. The Wukong 2-man comes out from the Doom, has another Doom. He dooms the Monkey King again. Monkey King just bought back, so this is going to be pretty huge. He's got the axe, so the Monkey King Doom is not going to end. The Laguna Blade onto the Doom will finish him off. Queen of Pain blinks in with a BKB, gets the Nullifier onto the Monkey King. Monkey King's going to die back here. Queen of Pain sacrifices her life. That's a dieback for the Queen of Pain as well. So 4 for 4, but the carry from the side of Facebook is down. This Juggernaut is now unkillable. They did take out the Aegis earlier with the Laguna Blade, but now there's nothing left to stop him. Lena, she's gonna go down to it. Dive back on the Lena. Uses herself for a little bit of extra time. The Stolen Doom onto the Juggernaut, but it's not gonna be enough. They have no follow-up damage, and the Creeps take the rack and the throne. GG is called. Oh, what a sick game. Team Twitter showing up to play 34-39, probably the closest game we've had so far, and what a great game to see. I don't really know where to begin analyzing this game. It was pretty back and forth for a really long time. Team Twitter, they got a pretty early gold lead. The Juggernaut just completely crushed the Brewmaster in lane. The Doom, he just does Doom things. He picks up a Midas, maxes out Devour, goes to the jungle for a while. So just the disparity between the Brewmaster and the Doom and their ability to do anything. The Brewmaster hit level 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He hit level 6 at like 12 minutes in, whereas the Doom, he hit level 6 before 10 minutes. So it was able to just get active on the map, or at least scare off anyone from diving him aggressively. We did see him waste his Doom on the Monkey King pretty early on, and really suffered a lot for it afterwards though. Monkey King did have a great start as well as the Jug, just not as great as the Jug. The Jug did manage to get his Battle Fury first, but then there was that turnaround kill in mid when the Monkey King got 2 kills on the Jakiro and the Dark Willow, and it's really back and forth between the Juggernaut and the Monkey King. Let me just bring this up. So yeah, pretty neck and neck up until like the 35-minute mark, and then Facebook, stuff started falling apart for them. They got 4-man They got 4-man terrorized into an Omni Slash. It was probably around this point. We saw this Juggernaut's net worth just like shoot directly up. Just a great play from the Dark Willow, and just there's a superior team fight that comes out from the side of Team Twitter. It just makes their ganks so much easier to execute. You've got this Brewmaster, it's very micro intensive. Tusk doesn't hold down his targets for very long, and Lena, she missed a pretty key light strikery on the Queen of Pain around this 50-minute mark. Just in the rush, probably I wouldn't say it would have like won them the game, but would have been able to force the Queen of Pain buyback. They may have been incentivized to stay for that final Roche fight, because at the end of the day, that third Roche just went to the Doom, and Facebook were completely out of position to stop it. So if they got that Queen of Pain kill, maybe they would have like gone into the Roche pit, or like hovered around that area to make sure it was up. Obviously it wasn't up yet when they walked in. So a little bit unfortunate of a misplay there. Could have drastically changed the outcome of this game, but it was very, very neck and neck for quite a while. Even though there was this, 15, 18k gold disadvantage for the side of Facebook, I felt like they had the tools to take the team fights, but the team fights from the side of Team Twitter are a lot easier to execute. That final fight with the Doom, he's just like, let me doom the Monkey King, Monkey King buys back, let me doom him again, and then Monkey King just goes down. So, yeah, just generally a lot easier execution from the side of Team Twitter, but both teams played a pretty fantastic game, so very worthwhile game to watch. And I can't wait to see the rematch. So obviously I am on Team Facebook, but we gotta get revenge for this game in the playoffs. Be excited to play against Team Twitter again.